So as you can see, we're here at the Madison County Fairgrounds, and there's a ton of hay behind me and more coming in. Now, you may not be aware, there's actually been a huge hay shortage this year because we've had a record amount of rainfall. And this actually has implications for both farmers and, of course, consumers that are just buying beef and milk. We had agriculture agent Brandon Sears tell us all about it.
First Trust Bank has a brand new state-of-the-art facility here in Richmond. Stop in and ask about the products and services they offer. First Trust Bank is known for hometown people and hometown service. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, and MLS number 688788.
It's a little bit unusual. In past years, there's been really an excess amount of hay in some situations, but this year sure is different. We've actually checked from Shelbyville to Mount Sterling, from London to Paris, all across central Kentucky, and a lot of farmers are really keeping back what hay that they have, and a lot of them actually are already running short. I had a hunch that it might be coming. I started getting calls for hay back in October, and that's earlier than usual. And so initially with all the rain, I felt like we'd have a lot of hay produced, but as it turned out, we had so much rain that a lot of hay wasn't able to be baled, so it actually was just lost in the field. Anytime we have shortages of feed, our production costs go up, and I do think hay prices are gonna be at a premium this winter. And so yeah, I do think long term it could cause beef prices to go up slightly. I think if we were to have this situation more in the southern plains and out west where the majority of our beef cattle are, I think it would really move the needle a lot more than, for example, if this is localized more to the southeast. For farmers, this is another challenging issue that they have to overcome on top of some issues they're already dealing with. We had some cold conditions early, and we had a lot of grazing in the fall. At least I thought we did. Then it started turning cold, and a lot of our cattle were able to eat through that pretty quickly. And so a lot of guys started feeding hay earlier than they thought they would. And then to compound that, we actually had a lot of rainfall, of course, that carried over into the winter. And so we've got a whole lot of mud that we're dealing with too. And so it's kind of a triple whammy in a way: mud, lower prices at the markets, and then a shortage of hay. It's going to make it tough. And winter is really kind of just getting started here. So hopefully cold weather doesn't set in. That could cause us to use more hay as well. But I think it's going to be a challenging winter, unfortunately. So for farmers that may be in a situation where they're not able to get hay or can't afford the prices that the hay is bringing, unfortunately they'll probably have to thin down the herd, so sell some cattle off. In some cases, we'll probably be able to extend the hay supply a little bit by feeding more corn, and so that will help, and some commodity grains. So we can help a little bit on that end, but worst case, some cows will have to be sold. The fear is that we might actually have a drought next year, but I've not seen anything, official on the report. We normally get about 45 inches of rainfall here in central Kentucky, and we're ended up somewhere around 72 inches, so well over what we would normally expect. It's unusual to think, we hate it when it's a drought, of course, but there can be some problems when we have too much rain. And part of that is we've just not been able to get hay up dry enough, and we've really only had 3 or 4 periods of time all summer where we could actually cut, rake, and bale hay and get it up dry. And a lot of us work full or part-time jobs in addition to farming, so that makes it even tougher if we're not right there on the farm to be able to get that done. So it has been definitely a challenge that way.
So like Sears said, they are hoping for drier climates next year, so there won't be another hay shortage like there has been this past year. For WBON TV, I'm Marissa Hempel.